Hello lovelies, so welcome back to my channel, and tonight is January 31st 2017, and I'm bringing you my February monthly budget. Can I just say that I'm so excited? And do you know why I'm excited? Well, I'm excited because I got paid today. Hey, I got paid. Now if you don't know why I'm celebrating, I will just tell you that I have not gotten a paycheck since December the 19th, December 20th, which was the last working day of 2016. So we get paid like 2 weeks early because we're out for Christmas break, and then you don't get paid that next pay cycle until the end of January. So let me just tell you that it felt so good to be able to get that little message this morning that I had a deposit in there, and also to be able to go to the bank and actually do my cash envelopes. I was so excited this morning. But anyway, let's get right into it. There's a lot I want to tell you. So I took some notes. I wrote some things down because I didn't want to miss anything. So 6 whole weeks without getting paid. How do you make it work? Well, one of the things I do is I'll go ahead and pay up bills for the next coming month. So all the bills for January got paid mid-December. So we made sure that we paid everything ahead so that we were good all the way through. We did a lot in our pantry this month. We cooked through the pantry challenge. We did 31 days of cooking things we already had. Of course, I shopped a little with produce and fresh things like that. And since I've been doing Weight Watchers, I've had to add in a few things that I don't normally buy. So we did that. And you know, you just pray a lot, and the Lord just sees you through. So anyway, I wanted to show you some things and just walk you through my budget. Last month, when I was doing my January budget, I showed you guys a sheet that I found, and I can't remember now where I found it. I don't remember the name. I'll try to remember and find it and link it if I can. But this was my month at a glance, and I like this because it actually let me write on it, and I could write in my categories of my bills, and then I could do my extras and my savings, and then what was my ending balance, and then what were my goals for the month. So I did love this when I found it. The only issue that I had was over here on this side, it didn't actually have the categories that I loved or all the ones that I used. So I ended up having to scratch some stuff out and write some stuff in. And I just wasn't exactly happy with doing that because I'm anal retentive and I don't like messy pages. I don't like to rip pages out of books, and I don't like having to scratch out without being able to white out. My total preference, if I had a preference, would be able to type it in and make it nice and neat that way. So I was dealing with this one, and one day I was just sitting at my computer and I just typed in monthly budget sheet template. And I found this next sheet. It's a monthly budget sheet from the Queen of Free at queenoffree.net. And I'll link that below. And it looks so much different than that one, but it has pretty much the same things. It has your income, then it has your debt repayment, your primary needs, your secondary needs, and then any savings goals you might have, short-term saving goals, long-term savings goals, and then it has your financial summary for the month or your bottom line. So I like this sheet a lot better. So let me just tell you, normally my paycheck is around 26, my bring home is around $2,600 and some odd dollars. Well, last year when the legislature was in session, they voted and passed that any state teacher that had a certification course where a student can earn an industry credential, those teachers would receive a bonus. And the bonus was going to be either $25 to $50 per student per certification, depending on the certification. And there are 2 levels. Tier 1 is the $50 certification, and Tier 2 is the $25 certification. Well, when we came back to school in August, we were told that legislature had voted, and this is what we will be looking at. But in the subject that I teach, there was a question on whether the students would actually, whether the teachers would actually get the bonus, because maybe some people didn't think that certification or that credential was as important as another one. I don't know who those people were. I just know there was a lot of talking back and forth with each other. And finally, we got the memo that what I teach would count in the certifications. And we would be on tier 2, which was $25 per certification. I was totally ecstatic. I teach what I teach regardless of getting paid. And this is the first year that we've ever gotten a bonus. And I've been teaching this class, I think, 6 years. It's my favorite class to teach. And I've never gotten a bonus before. I just get the kids certified. It's more important to me for them to have their industry credential than the money. I mean, the money's good, but of course that's never been an option before. So I've never counted on that. But then when they actually told us that we did make it, I didn't even remember how many kids I had gotten certified or how many certifications altogether. So I was like, oh my God, I have to go back and try to figure it out. Well, then we got another email saying check your January check because your bonus would be in there. And y'all, I opened up my employee portal and I looked in and I received $1,250 bonus for my certifications. And I was so ecstatic. I mean, it was like, oh, praise the Lord. And, you know, that monies is going to help us out this month. And the reason I say that, I had a comment one time, somebody asked me, and I wasn't real sure I was going to share this, and I'm going to share a little bit. I don't want to bring the mood down, and I don't want to be accusatory, so follow me. One of my comments on another budget video was, do you receive child support? And the answer to that is, yes, I do. But that money that comes in is a wash. And the reason I call it a wash, I never count that in my budget. Anything that you see me budget comes from my paycheck out of what I make per month as a teacher. But the reason I call it a wash is because my kids homeschool. But in order for them to homeschool, they have to have child care. So their child care, I have to pay for child care. And so what comes in washes out in child care. And so I never can count that monies for anything other than child care. Now, my lady is really good. She works with me. So on teacher work days when I don't have to go to work, she doesn't charge me. Or on vacations like Christmas break, she doesn't charge. My kids do not go during the summer because I'm home, so she doesn't charge me. And I don't, before, when they were at regular child care, daycare, and going to school, I had to pay just to hold my spot during the summer, even though my children did not go to child care during the summer. So the lady that I have, she's not charging me when the kids don't come. She just only charges me when the kids come. So my mom was here over Christmas break, and my daughter was here for Christmas break. So that kind of helped us get over the hump. Now the reason why I mention that is because it's one of those situations where you're never sure what's coming and what's not coming. So I've got to do some tightening of my belt. And the reason that bonus was so amazing is because I got a call this week, and it was from my ex-husband, and he said he was not working. So when he doesn't work, that means there's no child care money because he takes care. What he sends takes care of child care. So what I have to do now is figure out how to make everything fit into what I normally bring home. And, you know, that's happened to us several times over the last couple of years. And I I was tempted to be very angry because I'm like, again, we're doing this again. And the Lord just brought it to my mind. He said, you've been asking to be mature in your faith and believing and trusting in me. And that's absolutely what I had asked God. And we've been doing the weekly Bible study in James. And in James 1 verse 2, it says, count it all joy when tests and trials come your way. So I knew that was a test and that was a trial. And so instead of me going into anger, what I said was, we're praying for you. We're praying that your body gets better because, he said he wasn't working because he was ill. I said, we're praying for you. And so I left it at that. And then, boom, here's my bonus money to be able to take care of some of the things I have to take care of. So I was very excited and very thankful that even though it looked bleak in the beginning, God just takes care of us. He always takes care of us. I don't care what anybody else says. I can't make anybody else believe me, but I'm telling you, God takes care of me. Now, let's get back to the budget. So, my budget is broken down into charitable gifts, or that's my tithe and offering, savings, housing, to include my mortgage, my homeowners, my lawn care, taxes, insurance for my cell phone. Then I have utilities, which include electricity, my phone, cable, water, food, transportation, clothing, medical, personal, recreation, and then debt. And then I bunch in all of my income. So I put all my income at the bottom. So here is the budget for the month. Now, let's look at charitable contributions. And normally I'm right at about $452 a month in charitable contributions. So why is it so much this month? I'm at $578 for my tithe and offering. The reason is because of the bonus. The bonus was $1,250, and I tithe off of the gross. Now, I have had comments before about why don't you tithe off what you bring home versus the gross, because possibly that would help you get out of debt. So let me make this statement. Other than my house that we just purchased this year, the only debt that I carry is a small student loan, and I thought it was like $8,800. I looked today, and the student loan, because I was paying it online, is at $8,500. So that I don't have a car payment. I don't have any payments other than my mortgage and my student loan payment. So over the last 8 years since I have been separated and divorced and living on my own as a single parent, God has totally eradicated debt. I mean, just wiped it out, and I didn't even know how it happened. And He just dropped different monies and blessings at times when you don't even understand why or where it's coming from. I mean, I've shared that here before. And I believe that the word says if the first lump is holy, then the whole loaf is holy. And so I believe that I give off of what I make, not what I bring home. And here's the other thing. When I'm paying my taxes, Uncle Sam does not ask me if they want to take off my bring home. They take theirs first. So how do I do any less for the Lord than what I'm being taxed just because it's the regulation of the states I live in? So I tithe off of the gross, and God makes up the difference. Trust me when I tell you. So my charitable contributions for this month was $578, and then we do a small offering to another ministry in South Carolina, and that was $30. I was able to put away some savings this month because with having to get my car fixed right before Christmas, that was $500 I had to take out of my emergency fund. So my emergency fund was really down like to $17. I mean, we were just low. And so I had originally taken out $300 to put in savings, but then I got to thinking about some stuff, and I was like, okay, let me do $250 in savings because I needed that $50, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Then my mortgage is $872.02. My homeowners association came due January 1st, and it goes January 1st to December 31st, and it's $180 a year. So I'd originally planned to pay $180 and just pay it up for the whole year. But then when I got that call and I had to make some adjustments, I am going to pay 6 months, which is $90. So I'm going to write a check for Homeowners Association for $90, because that other $90 will become useful in just a sec. So then lawn care, I kept the lawn care item, not because the little neighbor fella is coming over to cut the grass, but now on certain nights he comes over and lets the puppy out, because we kennel her whenever we have to leave for Taekwondo. We take her out right before we go, but we kennel her, and sometimes we're gone for a couple hours. So a little neighbor will come over and let her out and take her for a walk for us, and then he'll kennel her again, and then by the time we come home, we get her out again. So I kept in the $50 for him. He comes over like 2 times a week to just let her out and maybe take her on a short walk, because we don't have a big neighborhood. So, and that was perfectly fine with him. $7.99 is how much it costs for my phone insurance. Now, my utilities over the last several months have been steadily increasing, but we've had a lot of cold weather here. Like my normal utility bill is around $70 a month, so it's pretty much doubled. It was $143.47 last month. It was $111. My phone bill, my cell phone. So my cell phone started charging backwards. And I'm like, why is my cell phone charging backwards? I don't know why my phone is charging backwards. This is not a good idea. So I didn't think ahead to think maybe it's your charger. But I'd had that cell phone for a very long time. So I went to go to the place where just say, hey, what is wrong with my phone? And the guy was like, well, you do for your upgrade anytime. So I went ahead and upgraded my phone. And then they had my son on a different plan than my plan, but we were all on the same plan. It was crazy. So I had to pay the upgrade. So this month my cell phone bill was $228.52. And normally my son pays his part and I pay my part. But it's time for our insurance to renew on the car. And I have mine lumped in with my car, homeowners, and everything lumped in there. And it's still very, well, my homeowners association, my homeowners insurance goes through my mortgage. But my, all my car, and my son's car go together on a bundle. And so it's cheaper for us to pay it for 6 months at a time. And so my son picks up my $200. That is all my car is, because I have a 2001 Camry and my son has a 2014. So his is like astronomical amount. But it's cheaper for him to pay it all at one time. And I pick up his cell phone bill for 2 months to make up the $200. That's how we do it whenever it's time to renew on car insurance. So because we can't pay with 2 separate debit cards. So because he is responsible for his share, so he pays my part plus his part, but I pick up his January and his December cell phone bill, so that washes it out for us. Cable was $77.76, water was $77.35, and my water bill has been going up as well. I got like a leaky toilet and I got to get that fixed, because I think it's just running sometimes and I don't catch it. But the best part of life, can I just tell you the best part of life, is that I get to get my groceries. My grocery budget is back intact. We have $200 this month for groceries, and I'm so excited. Y'all, it's the little things that make me happy. I love to go to the grocery store. I love to shop. I love to use my coupons. I love to find the deals, and I get so excited. And this month I have $50 a week. And whatever I don't spend per week, I'm going to put it in a little fund. And then I'm going to try to do something nice for the kids. I'm not real sure what we want to do yet, but I'm going to do something. Or buy myself something. Maybe it could be my Goodwill money. I don't know, because I'm not going to the Goodwill. No Goodwill. No Goodwill. Gas is $120 a month. We don't have a clothing budget this month. And my medical. Now, let me tell you, I'm on 2 prescriptions for my blood pressure. My daughter is getting ready to go on another prescription. She has allergy meds. So she takes 1 pill and then a spray. And then she's on another pill. And my son's on a spray. But in January, I have what's called a flexible spending account. And so I put $750 on that account that lasts me through the whole year or till it's all spent. And so it can pay for co-pays for doctor's visits, and then it can pay for medications. Well, we had some kind of something changed in our insurance benefits where my co-pays for medications are drastically reduced. Like I went to get what would normally cost me a $12 copay. It was only $1.88 for my medication. I was like, "Ooh, praise the Lord, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah." So see, I'm telling you, God He makes a way. Normally when our medications would be costing us about $100 a month, it's probably not even going to cost us $10 this month for all of our medications because something changed. I don't know what it was. And then I have my flexible spending card, so I'm using that to get medication. So excited about that. The next thing I have under my personal is my Healthways, which is my gym membership that comes out of my bank. And so I've been doing Healthways, and it's a part of Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it's only $25 a month, but I can go to any gym that's in the Healthways network. And there are right now 5 gyms in the city that's over from where I live that I can go to because I'm over there every day of the week for the kids to do Taekwondo. Now, Taekwondo, let me just tell you, and people will say, "Well, why do you pay for Taekwondo?" Remember, it's the only thing my kids get to do. They don't get to do a whole lot else. We can't be in dance. We can't be in sports. My son cannot play basketball. He cannot play football because I can't drive him to every activity that he wants to do. So I sacrifice and let them go to Taekwondo. So normally their Taekwondo is $300. That's for 2 people. Well, I asked at the Dojang, how much does it cost to add me in? I'm working out 3 days a week, and I thought if I add in the Taekwondo, that'll help me work a different muscle group. So he said it's only $25 more. So for $325, all 3 of us are now working out at the Dojang, and I'm still doing my gym 3 days a week. The only thing is that I needed to get my gear bag, and the gear bag will have everything in it, all of my equipment, all of my pads, all of my weapons that I need until I become a 1st degree black belt. And so that was $250. I got a discount on the bag. So this month in Taekwondo, we spent $575. That was to include mom and to get the gear bag. That's a one-time expense. I don't have that anymore. My son has Netflix account, and we do watch Netflix, but sometimes it's difficult to control the content in Netflix, and I don't want my kids to be limited because we don't have cable. We just have internet, and I call it cable, but it's just internet. I need to change it on my sheet maybe, and then I'll stop calling it cable and say internet. But I can't control the content, and sometimes there's a little bit of language, or there's mature content that I just don't want them to see. So we're doing right now a 30-day trial on PureFlix, where it's a little bit more family friendly, a lot more Christian based, very similar to Netflix, where they have movies that roll in and roll out. But we've been able to enjoy that 30-day trial, but it does cost me $7.99 a month. So this will be the first month towards the end of February that I'll actually have to pay the first month of that. Then we have the kids want to go to what's called Parents Night Out, and that's at the Dojang. They actually get to go and play games and eat pizza with their friends. And that's going to be on Valentine's night. So they're actually opening it up. Normally it's on a weekend. They're actually opening up the Dojang so that the parents can go out and have dinner or whatever. So of course I won't be going out having dinner, but the kids want to go, and I'll probably just find something around town that I want to do. Maybe go have a coffee or something, or call up a friend or my sister and say, "Hey, you want to eat?" Maybe we'll go eat together. And that's $40 for 2 kids. But the kids have got to earn it doing their commissions. So they've got to do their chores and make sure all their stuff is done. With the puppy, it's been a little bit challenging trying to get everything done. So we're going right back to kids' commissions, and then trying to shove everything into small budget. I've had to pull back their commissions a little bit, which is totally fine. The kids are totally okay with it. My blow money that I didn't have last month that I have this month is $17.94. And yes, I did get my 94 cents at the bank. And then my student loan was $52.29. Normally, I'm running a month behind on that just because it falls due on the 26th of the month, and I don't get paid till either the 30th or the 31st. So it always seems like I'm running a month behind. But last month, because I didn't have childcare expenses for those couple of weeks, I actually was able to pay a month ahead. So now I wasn't due until February 26th, but I already paid it today. So now when I get paid in February, I'll go ahead and pay up another month. So it will appear that I'm ahead. So all in all, everything budgeted out to $3,585.33, which is where we were with our budget for the month. So I'm trying to make sure, yes, I told you everything that was on my list. I wanted to make sure that I got everything in, and then also remind you that if you're looking for just a sheet to write on of all your expenses. Now, let me say this, and I want to make this disclaimer. This is my thing. I like to have a written out account of what I'm doing, but there is nothing, hands down, that beats my Excel spreadsheet. This Excel spreadsheet already has my formulas in it, and so all I have to do is plug in my numbers, and it automatically calculates for me. It tells me what is my percentage of my take-home pay that is being spent on each category. So it says that my tithe and offering should be between 10 and 15%. Right now I'm at 16.96%. My savings should be between 5 and 10%. I'm at 8%. My housing should be between 25 and 35%, and I'm at 31%. And that's based off the Dave Ramsey Cash Envelope System, Financial Peace University. So hands down for me, the spreadsheet is what I love, but I do also like to see the extra. So let me just tell you about this little section right down here, the bottom line. The bottom line goes through all of my categories, how much I brought home, then all the categories. So I have a bottom line, or what's left, is of $165.93. Well, it's not left because the kids actually with their taekwondo are going to a tournament this month, and it's $50 if you prepay it by a certain date. So it's $50 per child, and that's $100. So we're about at a $65 bottom line. And let me say this, I did message Dad today, and I did tell him where we are and the things that we have to do. We just try to have open communication where the children are concerned. And I did say, listen, this is what they need, and please do your very best. And so I did get a message back that he would do his very best to do what he could. What does that mean? I don't know. But I'm prayerful and hopeful. I always know that the Lord is looking out for me. And how do I know that? I had a friend who, gosh, she loves me and I love her. She's just a dear, sweet lady. Just a dear, 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 sweet lady. So one day I had just uploaded a video. It was on an organizational bag to my YouTube channel. And then I had posted in another group on Facebook. And so this dear, sweet friend, she messages me on Facebook and she says, hey, I just happened to be in Costco the other day, and I saw a bag very similar to the one you had on your channel. Would you like me to pick you up one? And I said, well, yes, ma'am. I really would like one of those. She said, it's not the same as yours, but it has kind of that pop-up situation, and I think you could use it. She says, I have a coupon. I'll bring it on by. Don't worry. So she brought me this amazing pop-up bag. It has 6 pockets on the outside and so much stuff you can put inside. So the on the picture it has for your groceries. So I'm planning on putting on that in the trunk of my car, and then I can not have all those grocery bags and put everything in my grocery cart. Then in my grocery bag. Then I'm able to pull that one bag out, bring that one bag in the house instead of 15 bags or however many bags I have. So this same dear friend messages me again. Well, I asked her if she could, because I don't have a membership to Costco, and they had the Happy Planners on sale at Costco. And I said, when you happen to be over there, would you please let me know, because I do want to get the Happy Planner. I heard it is there for $24.99. I'll write you a check. I just don't have the membership. So she says, okay, I'll let you know when I'm going. I'm heading over there right now. And she says, I have the things, come over and pick them up. But she messaged me and she said, don't you ever pay me for this. She said, it is my pleasure to do that for you. And all I did for this lady was be nice to her. We used to work at the same place, and she would always have questions and ask me different things, and it would be never a bother to go in and say, hey, this is how you do it, or hey, I don't mind, or, you know, let me help you here, or how can I be of assistance? And it was never to get anything. It was only because she needed help. And I believe that when you extend those helping hands to people, God looks out for you. And she has so blessed our life. And I just, you know, the Happy Planner for 2 years at $24.95. This is my Happy Planner, and I love it, love it, love it. I've been using it. I've written notes in. I didn't have it in January, so I didn't do anything in January. But, I mean, even for this video, I've written down some things that I was going to tell you guys tonight. And so it was just so wonderful to have that resource to be able to write some things down. I'm a planner by nature, and I just absolutely love it. And it was just a blessing to me. It was a blessing to be thought of. It was a blessing that somebody knew that I had a need and they could meet the need, even though I was going to pay for it, and I still can write the check for it. She said, no, don't do that. Let me do this for you. She said, let me do this for you. And it so reminded me of the times when I would say, let me do this for you. What do you need? No, it's no problem. Me and the kids don't mind. No, we'll come over. Anything you need, just let us know. And we have been true to that. If she has needed us, we have gone and we have done for her. But she's just a blessing to my life, and I love her. Anyway, so I did exactly what I normally do for my cash envelopes, and I wrote down my cash categories. This time I had grocery for $200. My lawn and my puppy care was $50. My commissions was $40. My blow money was $17.94. And so these were my denominations that I needed over here. I needed 5 $50 bills, 2 20s, 1 10, 1 5, 2 1s, 3 quarters, 1 dime, 1 nickel, and 4 pennies. And yes, I did get my 4 pennies. Don't even trip. Yes, I did. So I went to the bank, and remember what I told you before. If you just ask your bank person, puppy wants out. You just ask your bank person for a couple extra envelopes. They are so nice to give you some. I don't have any fancy envelopes. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to write on my envelope what this envelope is. And this is going to be groceries week 1, groceries week 2, groceries week 3. And then I will do groceries because I didn't have enough, so I just had some regular ones in the homeschool room. Groceries week 4. And then I'm paying for the lawn guy. So I have lawn, puppy care, and then this is going to be my actual blow money. Okay, so here's my handy dandy wallet, and I'm going to stuff in what I need into my wallet, and I'm also going to stuff my envelopes. Groceries. This is still my handy dandy tab that I have for groceries that I use every time. And I'm going to take my grocery money, which is one $50 bill, and I'm going to stick that into my wallet for grocery money week 1. Then I also have another tab for blow money. And I'm going to stick that in, and I have $17.94. Now, I used $7 at the grocery store because I needed to pick up something just out of my blow money because I'm trying to save my grocery money for Sunday. So I had $10 left out of my blow money. Now, with my blow money, I can buy anything I like, and I just needed to get some syrup and just a couple other things for the children, and I didn't want to use my grocery money because there is a rumor of super doubles at my grocery store this week, but it's only going to be a 3-day blitz. So it's going to start on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Sunday is my birthday. So Sunday the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th is supposed to be the 3-day blitz. I'm trying to not go to the grocery store. I normally go on Wednesdays, but if they have the super doubles starting on Sunday, then I'm trying to stretch my grocery budget until Sunday, which would actually put me into 1 full week of grocery shopping. So I'm trying not to go yet because there's supposed to be some really good deals and I want to get them all. All right. Now, so I have another $50 bill for groceries week 2 and then another $50 bill for groceries week 3. $50, y'all. I'm so excited. Another $50 for groceries week 4. And then I have $50 for the lawn care or the puppy care this month. So my $50, that's for the puppy, the lawn, and the puppy. And then the last $40 that I have here is for the kids' commissions because they want to go to the parents' night out. And so I want to be able to, I want them to be able to do that because they don't ask me, I mean, my kids just don't ask me for a lot of stuff. They just really don't. They understand where we are. So this is for parents' night out. And they just don't ask. And it hurts me sometimes that I can't do all that I want to do for them. But I do what I can do. And I'm thankful that I can do those things, the things that I can do. Okay, so here are all my envelopes. Y'all, I got 5 envelopes this time. So 3 more weeks of groceries, then the puppy care, and then the kids can get to go to their little thing that they want to go to. And I've got that $100 or that $100 for their Taekwondo tournament this month. And that's where we are. So if anything happens or develops, I will give you a budget update and let you know where we are. I did plan to pay $100 towards my student loan extra this next coming month, but because of some things, you know, I'm just not going to be able to do that. But I am working some Saturday schools, so that's good because I can actually work 2 of them and earn a little extra money coming into my next check. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm actually going to try to just get back on eBay and do some side hustle business and see what I can bring in. But anyway, that's our budget for the month. So glad you joined us. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting our channel. I don't say it nearly enough. We appreciate you. We're honored that you spend time with us. Your time is valuable and you can't get it back. And you can spend it with anybody you want and you choose to spend it with us. So we're truly thankful. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button so you never miss an upload from us. Leave us a comment. We love the comments. I'm always loving to go back and type responses to the comments. We speak multiple blessings over you and your family and your household and all that is within your sphere of influence. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time we have a video. Bye.